sprinkle in that chat. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Good morning, my loves. Let me get this. Oop, my thing was not coming up. Silencio, YouTube, silencio. Hello, my loves. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, we're here. We're here. Hi. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming in on our late start for today, and thank you for the grace to have it be late. Never late, just we're postponed, right? I had some beautiful friends come in. My childhood friends came from California for the day, well, day and a half, almost 2 days. And I said, I'm not crying, you're crying. I had to say goodbye this morning over coffee. It's so hard to say bye. Want to say bye, but we're gonna see them in just a couple of months when I go for the baby shower, so I'm excited. But so yeah, this week has been a little bit of a whirlwind. I apologize for no, right? We're not apologizing, we're not saying sorry because there was nothing wrong. Thank you for the grace of not being angry at us for not being on Monday. But yeah, there was a lot going on in the YouTube streets that day too, so I think y'all had stuff to do, so anyway, well, thank you everybody for joining us today. I'm just going to give it over to Lex. She's got a very important topic to discuss. I don't know if we're going to are we pulling cards today? No.
Yeah, I brought some good stuff for us. Yeah, I'm definitely going through some big growth spurts. We're at 23 weeks this week. Big growth spurts, lots of movement. I'm definitely feeling the sleepies and a lot of slowness, definitely slowing down and just trying to keep a better pace. And I feel like that's something that we can all relate to. And whether you're growing a baby or working on a project, I think that they really relate to each other. It's like you're birthing something into existence. You're making something beautiful. You're starting out from one single cell and then you grow it and at some point it becomes like exponential. And you find your flows and like you can get lost in that flow state where you're not thinking so much about what you're creating, you're just creating it.
Right. That's a big thing in our fiber industry. Huge. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just having grace with myself and riding the waves and understanding that every week's not going to look the same. Some weeks are super productive and super high vibe and I have a really good positive outlook. And then other weeks, it's a little more challenging when you're dealing with constant heartburn and exhaustion and
having to pee every 5 minutes.
and getting woken up. Like the kicks and movements are so big right now. Like they're waking me up in the middle of the night. And yeah, which I'm loving. It's magical. But then it's also like, okay, this is just preparing me for when baby's here and we're going to be like up all night, on and off. So yeah, taking naps when I need my naps, taking rest when I need my rest.
I think if that's one thing I ever did teach all of you guys is when you're caring for someone or a child or an infant or newborn, you rest when they rest. Yes, we have to shower, we have to eat, we have to do the laundry, but anytime that you can nap with them, you should.
Yeah.
You nap when they nap. You get on their schedule and it evens out. But yeah, you're right. Your body is preparing you. It's like a long-term 9-month, let me get you ready.
Right.
For never sleeping again.
So I had this thought just now to like make that correlation to creating, like every piece that you all create is you're like birthing something into existence and you're creating it and you're slowly, little by little, growing it. And you have this idea and then this conception and then you make it happen. And then you bring this gift in and it's just really cool. We can think of all of our artistic projects this way.
Yeah. Right. Amanda, she says it's the journey, not the destination.
Yeah.
You need to enjoy that journey. So many people are on journeys right now and they're not enjoying the journey. You have to don't focus on the negative stuff of a journey. Focus on that positive stuff and that gives you momentum to keep going forward.
Mm.
So yes, there's my Jacqueline, my Irish hug. Hi, baby. Now, I love that so much. I get my Irish hug every time. It's like the best. And Manuela, hello, baby. Your new shawl is gorgeous. And Amanda, welcome in. And Sharon, hearts for you, babe. And Joyce McCormick, welcoming you guys. Too old to care. Right? Are we too old to care? I'm too young to care. Right? But thank you guys for joining us. I had a feeling this was going to be a small group because many people are at work right now, but replay is the way. We hope that anyone that is coming back to join us for the replay, that you get something from this session. So
Yeah.
I'm getting something just because I'm here and I'm present. So
Yeah, it's such a big reminder too to like, doesn't matter when or what time. We don't have to be live all the time. Like catching the replay, honestly, can even be more potent for you if you're able to enjoy it during a time that you can truly relax. You're not distracted. You're not,
trying to watch the chat.
Yes, yeah. So you can
Like
just
there was
listen.
several of them that we talked about that I went back and rewatched because I wanted to see some of the questions and the comments that were in the chat, but also so I could really focus, because there was several times I squirreled and that's where when you see me doing this and stuff and I'm waving to the chat and say, hi, Wonder Twin, are you with my boy? Rhonda, hello Rhonda, welcome in from North Carolina. Yeah, we're nationwide, you guys. Actually, we're worldwide. I was just thinking about that the other day. And because I was like, nationwide. I was singing that ZZ Top song. And I was like, oh, I'm not nationwide. I am worldwide. Because we've got South Africa, the Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, Philippines. See, thumbs up. It's telling us. I mean, we've got people from all over the world that come over, and I am so grateful for that. So, yeah, welcome in, everybody.
Yeah, it's really cool that we can stay connected across all of these different continents and countries.
And also get to know other countries that have suggestions like, why don't you try this? Or if you add this to your tea. And I was like, wow, I would have never thought to put a calendula blossom in my tea.
Oh, yeah.
High. Dandelion greens are some of the most nutritious greens for our bodies, even more than spinach. I was like, and dandelion greens are really good. It's like I could go out back and pick them if my bunnies don't eat them all. The bunnies, the bunnies, when they tear up those dandelion greens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, the root, they take the root and roast it. I think it's called chicory. Like you roast it and it's a coffee substitute.
Yes.
But it doesn't have a bunch of crap in it,
Right. All the chemicals and everything. Yeah. South Carolina? I didn't know you were in South Carolina, Dawn.
Oh, yeah. So where's everybody calling or joining us from? I'm in Northern California.
Drop it in the chat. I'm in Northern Washington.
We got South Carolina.
Oh, Laura's here.
Netherlands.
Laura's here. Yay. Hi, baby.
Hi, Laura.
I was so glad you two got to connect. That's wonderful. Makes me feel so wonderful that I was able to facilitate that bond between you guys. Two of some of my favorite people. Myrtle Beach. Okay. SoCal, baby. I'm going back. Who's Cece's Angels in? Who's Cece Angel? You are new. Hello, my love. Northern California. Because, I'm a California love.
What is
I lived in Northern California for 42 years. I lived within 50 miles of where I was born in Fairfield, California.
So where is the mitten?
From the mitten?
I've never heard that.
Too old to crochet's Canada, aren't you, baby? Kalamazoo. I just love to say that word, Kalamazoo. I didn't know you were in Michigan, Laura. That's where Thrissy baby is. I love to see where everybody's at. Kentucky.
Cool. Okay. Same. Yeah, I'm north of
We're from
Sacramento
the
too.
Sacramento area. Lexi, you're in Yuba City, New York City. Yeah, I was born and raised within 50 miles of Sacramento my entire life. Right before we moved to Washington, we were in Roseville. But yeah, where have I lived? Fairfield, Vacaville. Is it Fairfield,
Michigan is the
Vacaville,
mitten.
Davis.
That makes
Michigan
so
is the
much
mitten.
sense.
Okay.
That's cute.
I love that. Yeah, and then there's my masshole, and
And you
she's a
need
transplant to SoCal. It's a perfect place for her. Don't make me take my jury off. Paula Mumford. Where are you at, Paula? I want to say Paula's back east as well. My beautiful green-haired girl. No, Michigan. Okay. I knew you were like really, really far away. But yeah, I love to see where everybody's at. Grew up in the thumb outside of. Oh, okay, so they use like it. It looks like a thumb. We were just talking about that, the Great Lakes, and how I thought that maybe that all was like landlocked ocean, but no, it's really
They're late.
okay. So my mom lives in Chico. We had property in Canyon Dam, Lake Almanor. My mom also lost a house in Paradise. So you, CC Angel, you are in my stomping grounds. Woodland, we lived in Woodland. Davis, you were born. All the kids were born in Davis.
Oh, Marcus, my honey's in the chat.
Where is he?
Skilla.
916 Killer. Hi, baby. Fishy face. That's
cool.
the baby daddy. That is the baby daddy.
Oh yeah, he really likes being called that.
Well, I remember the first time Daddy called me baby mama. And one of my old friends was like, how do you let him call you that? I said, because I am the baby mama. There is no other, just me. I am the
one and only.
I had to let him listen to that song so he would know that it wasn't really a nice thing to say. And he was like, well, but I don't know that stuff. There's two kinds of music, Leonard and Skinnerd. So, yeah. Hi, Marcus. I'm so proud of you. So proud of the boy.
He's out running wire and cables, and he's working at a plant nursery today.
So proud of him.
And
congratulations on being sworn into the Electricians Union.
Yeah.
So damn proud of you.
This is a big dream.
It, Marcus. You did it. Yes. Yeah, my mom lost her house in Paradise. Then we lost two houses and some structures in the Dixie fire. We have acreage, my grandmother's property, in Lake Almanor. So yeah, I'm very familiar with that area. Susanville, Greenville, it all burned. Yeah, right now, my mom. So where the park fire is burning right now in Chico, the zone 147 is my mom's neighborhood. So the fire stopped. I have pictures of the flames being behind her house.
Like a U shape.
It shifted, and you can see right where her little neighborhood is, the fire went like that. So it shifted and went the other direction. They were about to be evacuated. So yeah, my mom is in the middle of the park fire right now. Nana, we call her Nana. I don't know if she's here. Beginner bonsai. If you guys you see her, that's where she's at. We're praying for the fire gods to sprinkle the rain. But well, welcome in, CC Angel. We always love to see new people come on over. And can I call you Angel, or do you go by CC? Or yep, remember that Dixie fire? That was scary. And see, I'm almost 1,000 miles away. And my mom, it was the Paradise Fire. So it was the Paradise Fire. My mom ended up in a shelter and ended up with COVID. And then they found non-invasive ductal carcinoma. So she was going through all of the cancer treatments and and then they got it. And then when our other homes were burning, they found an invasive ductal carcinoma. So going through all of the fires, losing everything. I mean, all of my childhood stuff, all of my mom's artwork, it was all gone, just gone. Yeah, it was very sad. 8 miles from the park fire. So where exactly are you, CC? Because really, I do know the area. Yeah, that Dixie fire was nasty. Yeah, we got a lot of Chester. I know my mom, Magalia. Okay, you're right up there near Chester and all that. I know where you're at. Yeah, the fires, we're just burning. We were surrounded by fires up here too, but now we had rain for like 3 days straight. So I'm hoping it really helped. But yeah, okay, back to it. Sorry, I got into the chat for a second. I missed the chat.
No, I think it's really nice. I really like to engage too and see where everyone's at.
And check in with everybody and let them know that they're seen and that we see them and we appreciate that you're here.
Yeah, yeah. And this, speaking of the fire energy, it feels like life's been sort of a whirlwind that way. Like there's just been a lot these last bits of summer for us in California. It's like we had this one little day of false fall. It was beautiful. It like rained. We had a thunder and lightning storm and it was under 80 degrees and it was wonderful. And then now we're back up to 100. So it's like,
right. Yeah, it's supposed to.
It's still testing. It's still testing. We're like getting through the last burns of this heat and just really getting ready for the next chapter, the next season.
Well, and what do they say? That the pine trees, in order to release their seeds, they have to burn.
Yeah, there's several plants that are that way, and it's important. Yeah. I'm more speaking of it in like a figurative way, like the end of the summer is a time for a lot of reflection and a lot of intention setting too. Yeah. The fall equinox comes in September, so we're about a month out from the equinox, and I'm somebody that really likes to tune into those times. So we're going to go up to Mount Shasta. If anyone's familiar, there's a really, really powerful energy there. It's considered to be the root chakra of the earth.
Those ley lines cross there.
So if you're into the chakra systems of the body, this is like an old Eastern belief system. There's also energy centers throughout the earth, and Mount Shasta is known to be like the root. So we're really excited to go there. We're going to have like a little girls trip and have a small, go on like a small tour from a person that's been doing tours there for years. And we're just going to like soak it in and do our intention setting and really think about what we're letting go of and what we want to let in. The fall is when everything starts to decay and decompose and the leaves are falling and, the rain comes and
creating nourishment for the new growth.
Yeah. And so it's just a really special time to think about all of that decomposition that's happening is actually all of that loss, that grief that happens. It's like, it's a great time to transform that. And then we go into the winter, and that's really where you go. And it's like, you're in the darkness and the nothing. Yes, I have been to Sedona. That was really potent for me. There were times where I kind of felt like sickness, like you could feel the energy moving so much. And I remember feeling really nauseous and like lightheaded. Like motion sickness? Motion, sort of weird. And
yeah, real quick, I want to just take one moment. CC Angel, I think that I don't know what your beliefs are. I don't know We are very non-denominational. We're spiritual. We are creatures of the earth here. We believe in God. We believe in the goddess. We believe in nature. We believe in it all. We believe in all people's beliefs here. And so it's a safe place. So what better time for you to come here? Your whole life is changing, and change is good. We will help you find the positive in it and stay focused to go forward. And sometimes you have to feel the pain and the strength of newness to break out and find something new. So I'm really glad that you're here, and I hope that you come back. And I hope that maybe the card that's today, I have this feeling that the card that's going to pop out at us today is going to have something that's going to help you. So I look forward to seeing what the energy is bringing us today.
Yeah, and I thought I would try something kind of new today, and I chose a crystal for us to work with.
Oh, good.
I really like working with stones and crystals. I like to trade them. I like to gift them. I like to find them when I'm out in the world. They like to move, and I really think that each crystal has its own energy and its own sort of personality. The stones were here long before we were. Like, they're ancient teachers. And I really, when you look into like quantum physics, if that's something you're into, it's this idea that matter can change and it has its own personalities, and and it's transformative. So I think with the study of crystals and the colors and all of that, there's a lot of rules and sort of things that people try to put on them, but they all have their own kind of feeling to them. And I'm somebody that really likes to connect to them. So I do crystal readings too. And this is the one that kind of really called out for us today. And just to kind of test everyone's little psychic abilities, I'd love to see if anyone has any ideas of the color of the stone that I chose. I'll give you a couple of hints. This stone is highly connected to your creativity. It is connected to the earth. It is, yes, it's an earthy crystal. It's definitely one that I can't use this word or else that'll give it away. Yeah, so if anyone has any ideas of the color of the stone that I have brought to share, I'm going to set it aside for a little bit and let you all digest on it, and see if anyone can figure it out before I show it. And in the meantime, I'd love to pull a card. We're still working with the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle.
There's my choice. Oh, Steve. Oh, a bunch of us are saying pink quartz. I felt that, Laura.
So yeah, drop it in the chat. I brought a crystal friend. I brought a crystal friend for us to share and connect with. And I'm going to start shuffling cards and see what wants to pop out for us today. And reading some of your responses too, that's also an indicator on maybe a stone that you could connect with. Regardless of what I've chosen today, whatever you initially saw in your mind's eye, that's something that you can work with. Pink rose quartz is really good for matters of the heart and your emotions. It's very sweet and compassionate. It's a very feminine stone. I saw turquoise, that's blue, so that's matters of the voice, communication, the waters. What else did I see? I saw red. Red is very much having to do with creativity. And and your body. So connecting to the earth. Purple is more up and above, so that makes me think of like amethyst. Oh yeah, and I see Sharon said amethyst too. So amethyst or purple stones have a lot to do with your intuition and your dreams, the dream world, the universe, your communication to the bigger, the bigger universe out there. See another red. What other colors do we have? Quartz, so clear quartz. Yeah, that's another one that has a lot to do with the crown. So that is speaking to intuition also and clarity. It's an amplifier. So Zoila, if you're new to crystals, you can go on and look up the metaphysical properties of clear quartz and learn about them that way. Okay, I guess no cards are wanting to pop out, so we're gonna go to the stone. This is the stone.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, there you go. Ah, it was red.
It's like reddish orange.
Orange and
this is Carnelian.
Beautiful.
So it like makes me think a lot of like our blood and the earth and our creativity.
Yeah.
And it resonates with the sacral and solar plexus chakra. So this has to do with our creativity and our power of will. Like the movement of our blood, the way that we connect to the earth. So Carnelian is inviting us all to get into our bodies. Carnelian.
Carnelian. And then I actually did go grab my raw pink quartz.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a raw piece of pink quartz, and I had it in my hand.
Nice. Yeah, and like I was saying before, when I said take a guess, whatever initially came up to you, that's what your body and your soul is asking you to work with. And so maybe I chose this stone today for us as a collective or for the individuals that thought, that it was red or orange. It's just something fun to work with. I like going online and reading different things about the properties and what they mean. But like I was saying earlier, each one has its own personality. So I'll keep this one with me. And I've been on a little bit of a creative slump. So I'm hoping that it gives me some strength to keep creating and take use of the rest when I need it, and also follow the creative urges too. Excuse me.
Good morning, Monrose. Welcome in. Marsha Lee. Hello, love. Welcome in, sweetheart. Blind Stitches.
So I'm going to go back to shuffling a little bit. And I like doing the thing where I'm going to have you, Mom, tell me when to stop. When you feel
stop shuffling?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Something's telling me to tell you to take from the left side to go to the right side. And then from the center. I don't know. It's just telling me to do that.
So we'll do the top card, bottom card, and we'll split the deck to the middle.
Love it. Okay. And I've got my pen. You're going to pull 3 today, or you're going to just pull whatever comes out?
I thought that's what you said, to pull from the left, the right, and the middle.
Yeah. 3 of them?
Okay. Yeah.
I think we get a little story, a real nice story that develops when you put those together and show people that you can pull multiple cards that will change each other when they're together.
So this one is really cool. It's instantly making me think about the dream world.
Okay, you're big.
Wow. What's that?
I made you big.
Okay. Yeah, it's connecting me to the dream world. She's under a really big moon with her lantern. And then there's this young buffalo here, and then like the big papa's in the back here, and then the camp is in the back here.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay, I see
so,
her flying again. We've got her flying again.
yes. So I love this card. It's really beautiful. I think it's like welcoming us to connect to the dream world. So if you're somebody that does have a lot of dreams, definitely taking a couple minutes in the morning to reflect on them, write about them. Um, and yeah, there's like this playfulness here, that there's grounded protection. You've got the Papa Buffalo here, and then you have the camp here with the elders, and then you're free to like be your kid self and to be in your creativity and connect with the moon.
And what was this card called?
So this one says magic of the moon to manifest.
Magic.
Just as the light of the moon ebbs and flows, all things happen according to a timing that benefits the greater garden of life. How short lived that garden would seem if all flowers bloomed at once and then it was over. As the next moon grows full, set your intention. Your time for blossoming is near.
Mm. See, another card pushing us down that new path, the new path to reset and to start again.
Yeah.
I love that. Zoila, no, it's not bad that you don't remember your dreams, but it is a sign that you're not getting REM sleep, that you're not completely going deep, deep, deep into sleep. And because you're a caregiver. And when you're a caregiver, sometimes we don't sleep. It's like your mind never fully shuts down. You need to find a place or a way for your mind to completely just shut down. And whether it's through meditation or a nap, or when you do rest, try to put yourself into a calm place. Do your breath work. Go back to that deep cleansing breath work, and that might be able to hold you open.
Yeah, dreams are tricky. I think that they come and go, and they're there to tell us about our subconscious. They're not always pleasant. Like I see Sharon here is talking about dreams
Yeah.
scaring her to the point of sweating and gasping for air. And
Like a
it,
night terror.
it's a lot of subconscious work. It's a lot of, um, yeah, diving into sometimes like there's things that we don't pay attention to in our day-to-day lives, and or they are our fears and they are something that are consciously bothering us or we think about, and they come up in our dreams. It's like it's another way of your soul responding to those fears and responding to those experiences even. And I think it's nice to give them space and to look at them and see, okay, how can I face this thing that's making me so uncomfortable, and how can I make space for it? Yeah, like it just needs some time and attention and tending.
Yeah.
And I know it's scary and not comfortable. Um, but yeah, I think there's trends to them.
Yeah. Manuela, likewise, likewise. There are times that I dream when I dream in color and they're very vivid. Yeah, I have dreams that come true as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interpretation of what's coming. Your body picks up on events and what is that? When you pick up on little things in your environment that will show you that if you're paying attention. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Marshall Lee, the ringing in your ears. That could be, as something as simple as you just need to stop for a moment and take some deep cleansing breaths. That your blood sugar could be low or high. The ringing in the ears, the tinnitus, that's definitely. And you said which ear? The right ear. That's interesting.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of signs too that that can be a spiritual awakening, that
Yeah,
there's
that right
something
ear.
that's being cleared out of your ears. And you know, when people say like, oh, my ears ringing, someone's talking about me, it's like, yeah, you are like a satellite tower, or a cell tower. You have electromagnetic frequencies just like a cell phone. You know, cell phones were developed after humans and our design. Like, we have the ability to connect to each other. When you're thinking of someone and they're thinking of you, and you pick up the phone to call them, and they're, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about you, I was just going to call you. You could say that that's a coincidence, but I don't believe it is. I really think we have the ability to connect and communicate with others, whether it's through dreams, whether it's through thought. Um, and sometimes it's uncomfortable. Like, you can have some nausea, or like you're saying, the ringing in the ears. I like to think that that's my ears clearing, or they're trying to receive a signal.
Yeah.
And our dreams too are a way that the world and nature communicate things to us. Um, and so your right ear is your left ear is the receiving ear, and the right ear is the send out. So maybe there's something that is needing to be expressed to somebody that you love, and your right ear is trying to clear so that that energy can move more freely.
Yeah. And that's Zoila's saying that she had that used to happen to her too before her mom moved in. Well, your mom moved in, and like I said, you've become a full-time caregiver, and you're caring for a loved one, and especially when you're caring for a parent, um, you as a person shut off because you've encapsulated yourself in protection, and you're caring for her and doing what you're pushing up your sleeves and doing what you got to do, and you shut off that side of you sometimes. It's like self-preservation. We shut off that energy because you're using the energy somewhere else. But if you were to sit down and really focus, it would come back. And sometimes it shuts off for a minute. Our energies sometimes, we shut them off unconsciously. It's a self-preservation.
Mm. I want to move into this next card that
Yes.
popped up.
Okay.
Um,
I
it
got it. Number
looks
two.
like three sisters in a grassy field with dragonflies and little mushrooms all around them. And there's this playfulness, but there's also a seriousness too. It's like when we're little girls growing into ourselves, there's a moment where we start to realize that we're growing up and things are getting more serious. And so there's a playfulness, but there's also an awareness to this card that things are changing, and the dragonflies really always make me think of ancestors and um, you know, people in our family that came before us and that still are around to help guide us. I always think that with dragonflies. So this is the card, and it says Medicine of the Divine Mother. Choose your divine medicine to feel grounded and peaceful. Your morning walk, daily prayer, or yoga class. Your time to dance each evening or meditate, to do an oracle card reading, or sit quietly with a cup of tea and reflect upon what you're grateful for in the moment. Simple daily routines done with awareness allow you to feel my love for you. So, so this is an invitation to connect deeper with what makes you feel grounded, and how you can connect with the Divine Mother. So whether you have a relationship with your mother or not, whether she's here or not, there's always a Divine Mother that you can connect to, that holds you and walks you through your daily practices. And just knowing that there's always love for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like these are kind of the three stages of the sisters. It's like she's going to be there through all phases of your womanhood. Sorry to the guys in the chat.
Well, no, but even them, they have to find their feminine power as well. You know, and I don't know if any of my boys are here today, but they need to find that and be able to be tender with themselves as well. So I believe that this can apply to any gender, you know, because we
Yeah,
all
I was more joking.
yeah, oh, I know. No. And I understand. I just wanted to develop that because right now there's such a disconnect between the female energy and the male energy in our fiber community right now. There's an influx of testosterone and male energy that's coming in, and it's beautiful. It's starting to balance the community, you know, where it's not just a bunch of women. You know, yes, that's wonderful, but we need that balance. And the boys, I say boys, we're all girls. I say boys, that I don't say it disrespectfully because I know they're men, but there is a need for both, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't have balance if you don't have both. So I really believe that. I really believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful.
Okay. These are some good cards coming out here.
And then our last card, we've seen this image before of the girl. She's dressed up in her ceremony gear, and she's leaping from stone to stone across a river path. She has a lot of peace on her face, and she's lifting her dress up. It looks like she's taking time for herself. So this card tells me that we all will benefit from taking time for ourselves, no matter what our responsibilities are. And, you know, we have to know when to ask for help, and we have to know when to set that time aside, carving it out every day. One of my mentors just gave me homework to have 30 minutes of me time. 30 minutes.
Yep.
We do that easy spending time on a phone. We do that easy, you know, just going through life. Like, so setting aside intentional time to go and be with nature, whether it's outside or in your own space, it's so important. And if that's something that feels unattainable, then something needs to be shifted in life, you know, where help needs to be asked. Priorities need to be set. And I'm speaking to myself because even with that homework, I've had a hard time setting aside that time.
Yeah.
I find busy work to make the bread and clean the house and do the laundry and play with the dogs and do the errands and be on the computer or, you know, scroll on the phone. It's like if there's time for all of this, and also waking up early. So I've gotten into a habit of getting up with my honey at 4 a.m. and making his breakfast and lunch and going back to bed. And I'm finding that I actually feel worse when I go back to bed.
I've been staying up too. Yeah.
So this is a reminder to myself that those morning hours are so magical, to be up when the rising sun is coming. There are enough hours in the day to do what we want to do and need to do. And it's just a matter of prioritizing them and simplifying them. So this is the card. This is the third card that we pulled. And there's this beautiful reflection of the sky and the bridge that we've seen before. The train, it's like a high bridge that the train passes over. So she's away from all of the hustle and the bustle, and she's away from her duties as a princess or whatever she is, and she's just playing in the stream. She's having a moment for herself. And this card says, the loving push. Sacred grandmother will nudge you when you need to take a step, comfort you when you become uncertain, and provide the means for you to move towards your destination, which is, of course, your divine destiny. When you feel the divine pushing you, leap. So it feels like we're getting a push right now from our ancestors and from this energy of the sacred grandmother to move forward on our dreams and our goals, and to take time to be with nature and the stream, and to, even if that means going away from the responsibilities that we currently have. It's like there's a big shift here. So we started out with here, where we're working with the magic of the moon. So we're going with the ebbs and the flows. And we're trusting in the different seasons, flowers, planting the seeds, nurturing them to grow, allowing them to flower, and then preparing the beds again. And then here we're honoring the stages of our adolescence, playing with the young one, while also thinking about the next steps of our growth, and trusting in the Divine Mother and our daily practices and ways that we can ground, getting into our daily routines and having an awareness, and knowing that all these, you can't really see, all these dragonflies, all these spirits are all backing us and protecting us and moving us forward, supporting us. And then here, we're being pushed to leap. The grandmother energy is coming in and saying, honey, you got to take the steps now. You got to leap. You got to trust.
I need to say something real fast to my Sharon. Sharon T. Guilt. You have to ask yourself, why are you feeling guilty? Hold on, I want her to see my face. My Sharon, you have to ask yourself, why are you feeling guilty for doing something wonderful for yourself? The guilt is self-loathing. You are not being tender with yourself. You are not being kind to yourself. And what do I say? Stop that, right? You just got on me. So stop that. You have to, you are worth it. You are worthy. You are entitled to do beautiful things for yourself. You are a beautiful soul. You have so much love and tenderness, and you always make me feel loved. Your comments, your support, your encouragements, your calling me on my crap. You are one of the first ones to go, hey, you just said to stop that. You stop that. So when you find yourself, you bought yourself a coffee. Money's tight, but you bought yourself a coffee. With every drink, you have to tell yourself, it's okay that I give myself this. It is okay that I allow myself to have pleasure. It is okay for you to be kind to yourself, right? It is okay for us to be kind to ourselves. We are never kind to ourselves. I am guilty of that 100%. I mean, when I get into my regular life, like my day-to-day outside of YouTube, I am very ugly to myself. And when we're ugly to ourselves, we don't have the energy to do good. So you have to find a way to catch yourself and say, Sharon, it's okay for you to have that treat, right? It is okay for you to stop for 5 minutes and just do nothing. Just be still, even though everybody's pulling you in every direction. No, non-negotiable. I deserve 5 minutes out of 24 hours to just be, to just stop for a moment and breathe. Because if you don't allow yourself that, you won't breathe anywhere else. And if you're constantly holding your breath, you're no good to anyone else, right? You don't give, the energy you're giving off is like half energy. It's like not your full potential of grace to give to others. So
Yeah, it makes me
allow,
really think about how guilt is it's like what is guilt really? And it stems from I think for all of us it stems from childhood and all of our parents did everything they could and I don't know that any parent would ever want their kid to feel guilty for existing, but it happens because there's costs and there's expenses and there's stresses and kids don't know, but we take on these beliefs about ourselves and we internalize them.
yeah,
And guilt is like a deep seated feeling of not being worthy.
yeah,
And just knowing that you absolutely are worthy of feeling good and to be celebrated. And we all, as adults, I think we're all adults here,
yeah,
get to have compassion for our parents and also reparent ourselves because eventually, you become an adult, your parents are adults, we're all doing our own thing. And now it's our job to retrain those muscles
yeah,
that tell us that we're not worthy of that reward or we're not worthy of enjoying the time just to be. And a lot of it stems from like finances being tight as kids. You don't understand that
yeah,
money doesn't just appear. So, as adults now, it's like we can see like, yeah, it takes effort to get it takes effort and work and you know, sometimes it's effortless, sometimes things just come really simply, but yeah, just reminding yourself that you're worthy of having a treat. You're worthy of being pampered at the hair salon. You don't have to work hard to get that. It doesn't have to be a reward. It can just be something that you deserve.
it's self-maintenance. It's no
Yeah.
different than washing your clothes. Our hair, our nails, our skin have to be nurtured, or what happens? Your hair falls out, your skin gets dry, and you know, you, and Zach, one second. You guys give me 2 seconds. Zach, do you hear me? I want you to close your eyes right now. I want you to take a bite of something of your meal and taste every little bit of that nutrients and every bit of that deliciousness. And as you swallow, I want you to say inside of your head, I am giving my body energy and power to put one foot in front of the other. And I want you to say that to yourself. You are nourishing your body to move forward every day. Food is a necessity. You should not feel guilty for nourishing yourself, whether or not it's from McDonald's or from the grocery store or from a salad, whatever it is. If you're deciding to put that food in your mouth, you have to enjoy it because it will change the intentions of the food coming into your body. So hold it that you deserve to be nourished, Zach. You deserve to feel whole. You deserve to feel full and not feel guilty about it. Guilt is ugly. But sometimes guilt will push us forward and give us motivation to get out of the muck.
Yeah.
But that's not what you're doing right now. You are self hurting yourself. So enjoy that meal. If you're going to do it, if you're going to buy that meal, you better enjoy it. Don't continue that negative, ugly cycle by then beating yourself as you take your bite and swallow, because what's going to happen? It's going to go right through you and out your tuchus and not nourish your body.
Mm.
Let it nourish you, because that's what it's supposed to do, right? You should not feel guilt from that. It's a human need, necessity. So
Yeah. And
sometimes our Zach, our sweet boy, he's been in our YouTube streets for a long time. And we have seen this young man grow into a very fine young man. And I'm so glad that you're still here, Zach, because, we are here. And I think that we are here to help you find that significance of yourself. So, Shuka Booga, there's my noni name. Hi, baby.
yes,
So,
we get to hold ourselves so that I like to think that there's different like versions of ourselves that all live inside. Like you have
Mhm.
the mother and the father and the grandparents, and you've got the little baby child, and then you've got the teenager, and there's wounded parts of us that live and that exist in us, and sometimes they run the show. And I think when we feel these really crappy feelings like guilt and shame and resentment and hatred, whatever it is, whether it's towards ourselves or towards others, it's an opportunity for us to hold ourselves and to call upon, like this card just said, to call upon the sacred grandmother and the sacred grandfather, the ones who lived to be wise and loving, and they were able to support their children and their grandchildren. And I know that things are really crazy in the world these days when it comes to that sort of dream. Like family structures are being broken down. There's not a lot of families that are still intact. I know that a lot of families are separated and on bad terms. And so, if you could be your entire family all within you, what would that look like? And what would that look like in the most loving way? To be able to connect with the divine grandmother and grandfather, and the best version of what a father can be, the best version of what a mother can be, and be that for yourself, and see how freaking hard it is, and have some compassion for those that came before you.
Yeah.
It's really tricky, but just coming back and knowing that you deserve to be well. You deserve to enjoy life and have joy and not be stuck in patterns of guilt and shame and worthiness. Like we're all worthy of love, and we're all worthy of feeling good.
Mhm. Well,
So
Zach, then keep coming back here because we will help you. That's why we started this. Well, you know what? Like I said at the beginning, I begged Lexi to come on because I needed this. So I say that we're doing this for you guys, but really, I'm doing this for me. I needed to align myself. I needed to feel better. I needed to feel worthy because I am my worst enemy. Well, I don't want to say zero anymore because my self worth and my self confidence is slowly growing. And
mhm.
with that growing of my confidence and my self worth, I don't let these people take advantage of me anymore. And we say, don't take my kindness for weakness, but I don't let them anymore. So as that starts to grow, you are less and less and less open to let people in to take advantage of you because you have that strength of character that is not going to allow that. So that is why I needed this. I needed to build that. I didn't want to be a floor mat anymore. That I didn't want to give all this beautiful energy and to just be pooped on. It's like, as my husband says, I got pooped on and pushed back in it. But he, doesn't say pooped. He's an old truck driver. But I needed this. So in bringing this to you guys, it holds me accountable. It holds me to, I can't sit here and talk all this talk and not walk it. So it's motivating me to better myself. So you guys getting something from it is just a perk.
Yeah.
But this is why we do this. This is why Lexi educated herself in it, was because we have all these energies inside of ourselves. Like Lex and I, we consider ourselves empaths. That I have this empathic energy that I pick up on things that people are like, what? Are you cuckoo? No, I'm not, but I'm just very in tuned with my energy.
Mm.
And you have to protect that sometimes. And so I knew I needed to find that strength that I know I hold within myself and know that it is an unbreakable strength, that I just have to believe in it. So that is why I brought this. This is why this is on my channel. And this is why I'm not gonna apologize for it. So
Well, we're people that yearn for depth in relationships, and we know what it's like to grieve. We know what it's like to deal with depression. We know what it's like to have so much light and so much beauty to share, but not believe or trust in ourselves,
yeah, I
And
think that's
so
one we don't trust.
it's a
We
lot of
don't
trust.
trust. Yeah.
And and so yeah, this all started out as a way for me and my mom to see each other more regularly, to get into some deeper, meaningful things and share that with others because we know that we're not alone in the struggles of life and we're not alone in grief and any of that. So I really my intention with all of this is to like show up no matter where I'm at throughout the whole cycles and know when we need to take a day and know when we need to show up extra, and it's all just a bunch of ebbs and flows. And it's really just a way to heal and to help ourselves heal and to also like proctor that in others. So it brings me so much to see that you guys get so much from it. Um, and it's amazing because today I did the little calculation for numerology and today's an 8.
It is 8.
And today's an 8 in numerology.
Getting ready
So,
for that cycle to change.
yeah,
That
so it's
infinite
like
change. Yeah.
the last 8 days we've been moving through some things. We've been faced with challenges and adversity. We've had good days and bad days. And the 8 really speaks to abundance and systems and ebbs and flows, highs and lows, peaks and valleys, all of that. In order for abundance to be possible, there has to be variation in the efforts that we put in. There has to be um, flexibility, and an 8 is like the ocean tides. It's like the infinity sign. If we were to put power behind it, it's ever moving. It never stops, but it knows when it needs to speed up to round that corner. It knows when it needs to, slow down to round that corner, and when it needs to speed up in the apex. Like, this is the intelligence that we gain while walking our path and while experiencing the low points and trusting that the low points are going to pendulum swing us up high again.
Yeah.
And trusting that tomorrow puts us in a 9. So we get to take everything that we've learned and grown from in the last 9 or 8 days and share it with others and share it with ourselves and prepare us for the next cycle starting again at 1.
Yeah. Right, Nancy, too old to care. You don't even know. That has been like the thing. I have been receiving so many emails of people saying, I woke up today, I was off, didn't know, and I saw you pop on, and I didn't know how much I needed you today. And I was like, I've been getting that. I'm not talking about one email. I'm not even talking 3 emails. I'm talking like 12 emails from different people saying how much they needed what we talked about in the day. Or they went back to one of the other ones and was like, I really needed that today. Done. That's exactly what the purpose is. It's exactly what the purpose is. And sometimes we don't know what we need. But if you're shut off, got your blinders on, got your earphones on, you won't see it. I always say, my eyes are open today. I'm seeing all this energy bombard me. And which one do I want today? So we don't, but our universe does know what we need and will provide those in front of you. You just have to be watching. You have to be listening. You have to be aware, because those things are here for us and they are provided. I would like the saying of the month has been, my universe is providing. My universe is providing. We ask, we put forth, we push all this energy, you will get it back. You just have to be open.
And trust and believe that you can receive it. Opening your capacity to receive
Yes.
equal or more from what you put out.
Yes.
That's how energy works. We put a little bit of work into the garden or a lot of bit of work into the garden, and there's a really big return from that.
Kimmy, that the crochet cabin, that is another thing. Yes, sometimes I get so bombarded by outside energy that I will start to take on those feelings as well. And I was like, why am I just, I can't, my eyes won't stop leaking. There's all of this energy my body can't handle. So I'm weeping. I'm having to go to the bathroom a lot. You know, I'm like, what's going on? Something's trying to get in the barrier. So I open it a little bit and here, come on in, you know? And it's like, or you close it. And I'm like, no, I can't take on anybody else's energy right now. And that's where I'm hoping through Lexi teaching us that we can close that off or open it when we need.
Yeah.
Because like there are times I know Lexi gets really overwhelmed by other people's energy. She will absorb, take on, and then think it's her own energy. And she has learned over so many years that, wait a minute, that's somebody else's stuff. That's not my stuff to bear. Let me just stop that and close this up real fast. I got a little sew up a little tear in
literally.
I got to sew that up real fast because I'm not taking that energy on. That's your energy to bear. And if you want to have that energy, I'm not taking it on. But if we're not paying attention, we start to absorb that other energy. And that's what an empath does. We absorb other people's energy. And yeah.
So on that note,
they learn to shut that down.
On that note, a practice for anyone that feels empathetic and feels the emotions of others or feels overwhelmed by the news and what's going on in the world. And something that you can do that I had a mentor share with me is called bubbling up. You create a bubble, a literal bubble around yourself. So having your feet firm on the ground.
I'm doing it.
Rubbing your hands together. Pulling them apart. And slowly creating a shield and bubble.
Oh, we did this the first day.
Around yourself.
It's like Reiki. We kind of do it.
And you can close your eyes, so you don't have to, but you just have this awareness of a bubble around yourself of protection, a shield that allows you to feel what you feel, but distinguish what's yours and what belongs to others.
Flick it off. Flick it off. I saw my kai.
This is something you can do in the mornings and at night. If you're somebody that's very sensitive to others' feelings and emotions and experiences, you can just close your eyes and visualize it, that you're creating a bubble around yourself, that this is mine, this is what belongs to me. You can perceive and feel what others do, but it doesn't have to be so strong that it becomes your own. Yeah. And I've really had to do this in pregnancy too, because I feel even more sensitive to, especially the things on the news and the things that my loved ones are going through. It can be really hard not to take it on as your own, but instead we can feel it and perceive it and see it without it clouding our experience in life, and actually allowing us to support them and help them too. So yeah, and of course people are going to find some of this strange, and that's okay. If it serves you and it resonates with you, if it helps you, then great. If it doesn't, you can let it go. It doesn't apply.
Kimmy, the people that think that we're strange are the people that need us the most. The people that think it's cuckoo cuckoo, that's the one I used to get, was people think I'm cuckoo. Those are the people that are so closed off that they need it the most. So it's like, again, if they think you're strange, Block it. That's their energy. Flick it away, blow it away, fan it away like a fart, you know. That's their energy. You're not strange. You're in tune with the energy that is around you. We're human. We are a big ball of energy. Do you think we're not going to put that energy off? And people are going to be able to receive it or flick it away? Flick, flick, right? Hi, Lorene, baby. But yeah, you're not strange. You're human. And you are an entity, and you are strong.
Everybody has different relationships to their sensitivities, and certain experiences make us really closed off and numb to these sensitivities. And for others, it's hyper strong. So just know that there are practices out there for you if you're someone that feels very sensitive. And 11:11, it's 11:11 on the clock.
It is, right as I was about to say that, you know, when, oh, I squirreled. Right there.
That's okay. Yeah.
I'm looking.
Well, this has been really beautiful. It totally went off of what I initially wanted to talk on today. And I kind of had that feeling coming in. I was like, you know what? I think we're just going to go with the flow again and see what we need.
When we set the intention before we come in and feel the energy of our group, it kind of, it never seems to really align. But when you pull cards or do the numerology of the day, I feel like it really tells us what we're supposed to be talking about. And today, these 3 cards, wow. I'm going to really
I'll send you pictures. I'll send you pictures and descriptions.
Yeah, because I like to put it up so people can put it in the description so they can go and research those cards themselves. But yeah, we need him. And again, people's energy and letting them own their own stuff. I have this thing. When we run around rescuing everyone, be careful, because you could be interrupting karma. That person could be really, the universe could be trying to teach them something integral in their life. And if you step in and don't let them learn that lesson, you just interrupted karma. Sometimes we have to go through the struggles to then change and then find growth. And if we run around, keep helping everyone, and you help the people that don't really need it, there's help and then there's hindrance. So we have to cut that off, and you have to let people walk on their own. If you constantly are helping people walk, they will be feeble. They will never be able to walk on their own. And what bigger accomplishment is to walk that walk and know you did it on your own. And then you get all the encouragement and the loves and the support and the woohoo, right? So those times that we say, whew, she a bit much today. You got to ask yourself, oh, why is she a bit much today? Maybe she really needs me, or maybe she really needs to be on her own. And I say she, I'm just talking about people in general. But we have to really, you have to find, does that person really need my help? Or do they just need a hand? Do they just need, I just need to stabilize for a moment, but don't help me make that step. I'm going to make the step myself, right? Yes, balance. You do. It goes right back to balance. You can't constantly help, because those scales are off. There's nothing for you. You have to bring it back. And you will never find complete balance because it's always moving. You're always compensating. But you can sit right in here. Yes, we are one unit. We really are. As a people, we're pack animals. We do not thrive in solitude. We are pack animals. We thrive off of each other, and you will only find balance as a whole. You can't be half and find balance, right? Yeah. This was a good one today, guys. This was a real good one. I came in here feeling like my heart had been ripped out of my chest. It's always so hard to say goodbye to loved ones. And
Yeah.
I haven't seen my girls in, gosh, it's been a while. And it was really good to see them and to be held in that space of like, they know me better than anyone, you know, and they're like, hey, what's going on? You know, but yeah, I had to find that balance today. And thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I needed you guys today. I really did. Right? Many hands make light work. Again, village. We are villages. We are not made to be on our own for long periods of time. Failure to thrive would not be a situation if it wasn't real. We have to be touched, and affection and togetherness. We don't thrive unless we have it. Yeah. 11 years old. Well, that's wonderful if you learned that young. I'm 50 years old and I'm still trying to learn it. It's hard. It is hard work. It wouldn't be work if it wasn't hard. Right? All right. So what we got? You want to do a closing, or do we? I'm enjoying being here, but I do have some things I got to get done.
I do have to get going. It was really nice doing this time slot. The 8 o'clock is a little early sometimes, but I know that it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, it's because of work. It's the only time I can do it during the week is in the morning early.
Yeah.
But you know, I just picked up my quartz, and it kind of buzzed me a little.
Mm-hmm.
I picked it up and it. Hey, I didn't know. I was like, is there static electricity? But no, it buzzed me a little.
Self-compassion.
Yeah.
Self-compassion. And yeah, I think that's something that we can all lean on today. Like the rose quartz was really big in the chat for people. You know, that's what they saw when I asked. So just having compassion for yourself and tending to that little one that lives inside of you. Tending.
Yeah. Ooh, Christine, go like this and squeeze. That's
So
me.
yeah, that can be our closing. We can all reach our arms out. Reach our arms out and then bring in a big hug.
I can feel all the arms. I can feel them. I got chicken skin right now. So good.
I hope all of this beautiful time together follows you into the rest of the day and your week.
Yeah.
And as always, feel free to reach out if you're interested in a personal reading. I am available for anywhere from 30 to 90 minutes, and we can use various modalities between the cards, crystals, numerology, and just intuitive conversation too. You know, there's a lot of practices that I can share to help you in your day-to-day life and your own personal journey. These journeys are for the collective as a group, what we share. And it's all true that we're all one, but sometimes it is nice to have things just catered to you specifically for you and your personal journey. So as always, feel free to send me an email.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope everybody has a beautiful day ahead.
Oh, Valentine's, baby. I'm the 6th. And check this, you guys. You want a little number, kind of, oh my goodness. So my grandmother was February 3rd. I'm February 6th. And my aunt is February 9th. So we got a 369. All of us girls were 369. But yeah, February. Okay, well, you guys, it has been a beautiful, beautiful morning on hump day, hump day, hump day. And I will see you guys again on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. We have been discussing doing a Feel Good Friday in the evenings every once in a while, but it'll be a pop-up and it'll be in the evenings. But I always try to put it up a little early so you guys get notified. But yeah, looking forward to next week, Monday. Mindful Monday will be back at 7 p.m. That's Pacific time. And yeah. Oh, tonight, I believe I have been invited to over at She's Got Yarn. She is going to have me up on panel. I need to get back a hold of her to show you guys the Fireside Friends throw. So I did create another pattern for Camp Boggy Creek, and it's called the Fireside Friends throw. It is available by tutorial right now on my channel. I might do a written, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, February 6th is a good day. And yeah, so tonight I believe it's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard or Eastern time over at She's Got Yarn. So it will be the Boggy unboxing, and then I'll show my pattern. I am going to get a hold of her. I will go ahead and go up and show the pattern and show you guys. So let's see. Oh, good. Look it. Of course, my Soila got it. Soila got there's the link. So go over and like it and notify. Hit the little ring my bell. Well, her bell. It's her bell, not my bell. Yeah. Beautiful times.
Okay, everybody.
Sprinkle all of the love, the sprinkles, and I'm pushing it at you. Big. Remember to breathe. Love you guys. Good day. Today's been a good day. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, we're really going. Somebody say bye first. I'm waiting for someone to say bye first. I will wait. Thank you, Manuela. Okay, you guys. Bye.